Hey guys, Giver M here. Welcome back to my channel, Rise Up with Giver M. I hope you guys enjoyed your Women's Day and that in the name of Women's Month, we're going to give all the women in our lives the respect that is due to them. Getting right back to the channel and the topic of the day, I just want to talk about creating a living budget. You may be wondering why we're going to be talking about creating a living budget. Everybody knows that you need to budget in order to manage your finances, but my darling, that is not the case. I've actually realized that a lot of the youngsters are living their lives on an income to expenses basis without actually having a formal running budget that you use, that you can always revert back to on a month-to-month basis. People don't have that, and in that way you may find yourself, not managing your finances, or rather not being financially savvy. And yeah, remember that a budget is not going to be a one-size-fits-all type of a situation. You need to sit down and determine what makes up your own budget. So I'm just going to take you through how I go about it, and perhaps you may learn something, perhaps you may want to add something that I may learn from. And yeah, let's do this. So basically, how I go about setting up my budget, right? I start up by analyzing my income for the month. I budget based on my normal salary that I get, and based on that, on a month-to-month basis, I adjust for any additional income that I'm gonna get, being travel claims, being income from me doing nails. Yes, I do nails. Girls gotta hustle, right? Okay. So yeah, that's basically how I analyze my income and put it into the budget for the month. I say, okay, I'm expecting that I'm getting income from my salary. I'm expecting that I'm getting travel allowance of this much. I'm expecting that, okay, there's an appointment from Sophie, Maria, Lily, Elizabeth, right? But then again, Sophie, Maria, Elizabeth, they may not keep their promises, and we may reshuffle, so that I don't depend on it too much, right? And sometimes I don't even have time to get to do nails. I have to shuffle my time around. So that is that. So basically, it's my salary, it's my travel claim, and if I have extra income from nails, that is that. Those are the three types of income that I get on a monthly basis. Then I go around and say, okay, what are my big expenses that I have, like my rent, my car, my insurance, your fuel, and food. Obviously, I can't not eat, people. And okay, I firstly save. If there's something I do from my salary is firstly save, then I analyze my biggest expenses that I have and put them according to order of preference, right? I start up with rent, I go to my car, I go to insurance, I go to buying fuel, because girls gotta go to work, and make that moolah. So that's how I analyze my expenses, and the little expenses that I have, like my cell phone contract, my Wi-Fi router, my clothing account, so and so, and at the end of the day, I make sure that every debit order that needs to go out goes out. It goes out, clean out, and I've paid everybody that I owe. I don't like owing people, oh my word. God, give me some money. Anyway, I just make sure that all the expenses that needs to be paid, that I know have to go out of my account, are out. And whatever is left into the account, I will basically use as emergency. I will basically use to put into an emergency saving account, because I don't know what's going to happen in the month, so that's basically how I go about setting up my budget. I start from analyzing my income, salary, travel claims, any additional income from doing manala. And then I firstly, out of the income that I have for that month, I save. After saving, I then look at my big expenses, which is rent, my car, insurance, fuel, food, obviously, yes. Yeah, and my contracts and any debit orders that I have. So that is how I go about my budget on a month-to-month basis. And whatever is left into the account, like I said, I put into an emergency savings account, whereby I will be using on, yeah, on a day-to-day basis whenever I need, emphasis on the word need, something, right? If I don't need anything, my darling, I'm not gonna touch that. And then it's gonna help, it's gonna help because it keeps on growing and growing and growing if I don't use it, right? So yeah, that's how I get to do it. And obviously, yeah, on the income that gets left after I've paid up everything, I also take out my entertainment for the month, because I mean, you can't be all working and dull, right? So yeah, again, girls gotta have fun. So yeah, guys, that's how I go about setting up my month-to-month budget. Yeah, it's not something too complicated. It's not something very hard to maintain, because I just need to adjust on a month-to-month what I expect to happen, to my income, what I expect to happen to my expenses. And yeah, I adjust on a month-to-month basis, so I basically know what is happening 2 months time. I know already in September I have this and that, and I make means that in September I am able to actually afford that. I'm able in September to actually live within my means. Yeah, so that's me. And I've actually taken a liberty of circulating a questionnaire among my friends, and I've asked them what is their feel, what is their view about setting up a living budget, and what they take into consideration in setting up their living budgets. And I will share the details of their responses in the comments, well, not in the comments, but then at the end of the video, because I simply don't want to make this a very long video. I will leave their details, well, not their details, the responses. And I hope you guys are going to learn so much from this video. Please do comment with your living budget if you have one, and why it's so important to you, and perhaps I'm going to learn from it. Perhaps someone else out there is actually going to learn from it. Let's collaborate, let's engage, let's rise up with Give I Am. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe on the link, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you, guys. Bye.